Hello and welcome back, everybody, to some more Greg Tech New Beginnings. I am Towkn, and I went and got our calcite dust. It apparently not as much calcite down there as like some of the other stuff, and I couldn't figure out where my thing was that has what you call it on it. I know it was in here before. Actually, is it in my bag? No, it's not. Okay. Uh, I looked around through a couple of them quickly and couldn't find it. It's like, whatever. Don't know where it's at. Anyways, let's go ahead and start working on some of this other stuff. We got some flint dust there. I know I put some stuff in around these. We got some black powder apparently at some point. We need the clay dust, I believe, because we're making that. So we need an empty bucket and a bucket of water. So I am curious, is it just any bucket of water? Yeah. So barrel cactus and that apparently make water. That's cool. Also got a bunch more lignite and some more geodes while it's down there, but now you just gotta go find all of our buckets. Wow. Because they're not on me, right? Yes, they are. Okay, never mind. So we got that. We can come out here, grab 2 buckets of... I definitely clicked way too fast there. We can grab 2 buckets of water. Then we can go in here and shift click this. And do that. And then shift click this. And do that. Then we can go get 2 more buckets of water. Actually, we could... Yeah, we get 2 more buckets of water because 1 bucket will become empty. Which would give us another bucket. So that would go like this. Boom. Then we go... no, wrong one. We go like that. And boom. There we go. Now we have 4 buckets of water. Now we just got to figure out where I put my bricks at. I think I put them in one of these over here. Yep, there they are. Boom. So we need the bricks. And then we need something else. We need gypsum. Okay. Did not think about that one. Gypsum dust. Where's gypsum ore found then? Gypsum ore is found in mineral sand vein. So raw granite or granitic sand, raw fuller earth, basaltic mineral from 15. Okay, so that's actually probably not going to be too hard to find if I can figure out where this is at, because I think granitic sand, I don't think that's what we have over that way. I'm pretty sure it's like red granite. I don't remember. We'll look at that. So let's go ahead and in this top one, put everything we might need for that in there. And accidentally placed down a torch inside again. Oh well, who cares? We still have 17 more. Oh man, there's a zombie villager there. Ah, darn. Oh well. That would have been a nice catch to grab, to have this villager over here. But not gonna happen. Okay. So, like I said, this is garnet sand. So we need to find again where some more balt, which was the iron stuff, which I don't think I have it. So I'm gonna have to go search all these iron veins that I wrote down or we put down to see if there's any iron in there, to see if it's the right type of iron vein. for what we were looking for. Wait. How did I just... Oh, because of that. Okay, I see. That's how they're getting over now. Okay. If I get rid of that, they wouldn't be able to get over. Okay. Okay, I see now. Well, that's good to know there. It'd be cool if I could have it on that side, not this side, but, you know. Whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna have to start running out to some of these iron things. Let's see. We'll press N real quick. Find iron. Turn that on. I don't think that one's the close one though. I think it's nope, nope. Was that one there then? Yeah, it's that one there then. That might be the one. So I'm gonna head toward. You know what? I'm gonna grab sleeping bag and boat just in case I need them, and we'll come back if I find once I find the sand that we need. Okay, and with sleeping for the night, we are also back home, but we did find it. It was sadly not at that iron. I did have to run around a little, and I mean, you can see it's only like 300 blocks away ish. I can show you on the map. Let's see, we were somewhere over here. I believe was where the iron was like in this area, and I kind of ran up this way because I was like, I feel like I had seen some over here somewhere, and I saw this. I was like, ooh, what's down there? That's just a cave with some fancy rocks in it. And then I was like, okay, whatever. Ran this way, and as I came down here, right here on this cliff face, was some of the basaltic or whatever. Yeah, the basaltic mineral sand. So I grabbed some of that. And as you can see, we also got some of the raw granitic sand, mineral sand, which also, you know, if I press U on this, it turns into iron. I press U on this, it turns to iron. Could technically get gold, magnetite, and stuff like that out of it by ore washing it once we get there. And then we have Fuller's Earth, which turns into Fuller's Earth, which turns into, I believe, when we get the electrolyzer, magnesium and silicone. So, yeah. So for now, we'll go ahead, bring that in here. Push this button and go Fuller's Earth we're putting there. The gypsum, we need to see what we need to turn that. So that is just smelting it. So if we threw it into the bulk blaster, it'll turn into that. Okay. We're going to want to turn all of our iron into iron as well. Just because, yeah. So we'll come over here. Stand here. And throw... I missed one. Throw all of that in there. So that can start making our iron and our gypsum dust that we need. Let's go ahead, harvest all these carrots while we're here waiting. There we go. I did fall off up there and broke one of the plots, and I just never did get back to fixing it. But that's okay. We can look at this. There we go. You can see that looks like that's all done. We go like that. We got our gypsum dust. We got a bunch more iron. I think it's good. I think we were kind of running low on iron, right? No, we weren't. But that's another 300 iron, so... yeah, perfect. There we go. We can throw this in here and this in here. Go over here to this. We can throw some more of that. Take the deep slate out, or dust out. Come over here, put it in here. And then go back to... I think I put it in this... no. This one, okay. We'll take our concrete, our calcite, our fire bricks, our stone dust, which you probably don't actually need, and our clay dust out, and the extra iron bucket. And then we come over here and click on that to get that. Of course, we could also shift click on. Wait, yeah, never mind. We're clicking on this. I go like this and take this and put that in there, and then we grab the gypsum dust and put it in here like so. Why is it? Oh, that's the calcite dust, not the gypsum dust. Gypsum, there we go. Go like that. And then we can just go like this and start making our fire bricks. Of course, we can't make a whole lot at a time because we only have the 5 buckets. Unless I have some more. I'm going to double check real quick, see if I have some more buckets. What was that? Is that? Oh, hey, look, we already had some calcite dust. There's some calcite we could have made. Not nearly enough, but you know, because I feel like we had some buckets. I don't know. We might have turned them in to something else, though. So that is a complete possibility. They might have been turned into like a cauldron or something like that. That's what I'm going to assume, because there wouldn't be in any of these other ones. Except for maybe that one. No. Okay. So anyways, let's go ahead. Back out here. Grab 1, 2, 3, 4 buckets of water. Come in here. And oh yeah, we needed the quartz sand. Quartz sand, which right there. There we go. I think we're gonna need some more of that, which we got from grinding sand down, right? Yeah, let's just go up there and check. I don't remember if I put some in there or not. We did. There we go. It should be more than enough for what we need anyway. So we go in here. We could click on that, and then we could go like this. Take our calcite dust like that. Throw that up there like that. Throw this up there like that. Throw this up there like that. And go like this. And do that. There we go. So that's now 4. And actually, I think it might still be faster if I just go like this. Click there. And then just come over here and click and come over here and click. Like so. I still think it might be faster. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. And come over here and shift click. Shift click. And just do this. And we will come back once we get all of our fire bricks, because this is going to take quite a while to do. Okay, well, I got my 32, but that was just barely enough calcite dust to get those 32. It's a good thing I had just that little bit more from wherever I got it from at some point, because otherwise I would have had to go all the way back down and get just one more for the other thing. Okay, but there we go. We now have that. So we can go like this and click on this, click on this. I'll click on this and we'll go like this. Okay, so then we're going to need some stuff for that. Okay, so we can then open this up, click on this, just click here. We'll go ahead and throw the gypsum in there. Then we'll come over here, click on this, throw the stone, lignite, quartz, and clay in there. And did I miscount how many fire bricks I needed somehow? I must have. There's no way I should have had that many extra. Oh well. Oh well. That's fine. Could just be that I just completely made all of them even. Yeah. Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, I remember I was gonna have 50 extra now because I needed 200, but I made like 3 or 4 stacks of 64 4, which is a lot more than 200. So yeah, we're good. Well, let's take that out. And then we needed our stuff. We're going to need, oh yeah, here we go. Grab this stuff here out of here. And then in here, we'll need probably the iron plates. This. Maybe that. I don't see the hammer. There's the hammer. Okay, there we go. Okay, but then we come over here. And we're going to need... If I click on this, we're going to need 1, 2, 3 just for the thing. And then 1, 2 for the bolts. So then we can put that there. This here. And then take that down, put that up there. And put these here. There we go. And that'll give us the primitive blast furnace. Which now we should be able to go in here. And because we have ourselves the primitive blast furnace, we could accept that and some coal coke. And because we have that, we can now start making ourselves steel ingots, which is nice. Super, super nice. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. But it does suck that it is a blood moon. As you can see, the moon is blood red. But now we do not have to, I don't think we need to worry about, because I think the only spot they were getting in before was that one spot. I don't think there is another spot similar to that. I mean, there is, well, no, because that one's got too high. They can't climb up on those. I don't think they can climb up on any of those over there. So I think we're good. But yeah, but you could tell every now and then, if you could hear anyways. I don't know if you can. Oh. There's a drowned out there throwing stuff at me. Cool. Anyways, let's see. So, I'm going to assume, so how do we build this thing? Greg Tech Blast Furnace. There's 32 of these. So, because there's no, like, picture showing it, right? So if we click on this, oh, it says right here, if you don't know where to get calcite, go find a lapis vein. And for gypsum, locate mineral sand veins, and you'll find, okay. See, it says right there. That's, well, probably, I should have paid attention to that, right? Okay. So I'm going to assume that this is a square with the blast furnace in there. So if we come out here to right here, right? And we go like this. And break that. And break this. If we said it was 32 with, I'm assuming this right here. I don't know if it's hollow or not. Let's see, if we put that there and there and there, we have 8 more. Which I don't know for sure then, unless it just has an open roof. So if we did that and then clicked on this, I'm going to assume that might be right. So if we now come over here, let's just double check, make sure that didn't blow that stuff up. Okay, it did not. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now if we come in here, and we go in here like this, and we click on this, and we click on here, and we click on here, we would need 2 coal and a wrought iron, or coal dust and iron, or coke coal and iron. Okay, so coke coal and iron, we could do that because I got 34 of it there, which is 50 total. If we go like that, grab out a stack, just double check, run over here. We're probably gonna need something. Oh, actually, it's probably just go like this, and we throw that in there. And there we go. I should start making steel, but of course I could just come over here right now, go like this to finish that quest off, which will give us more andesite alloy. Of course, then we also get to this, where we have the backpack, which we could now go like this, then take it from here, put it right here. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Then we can put that back in there on our back slot, not the curio slot. And that gives us the backpack. It'd be nice that the further you get in this, like, the better these rewards can get, but doesn't seem to be the case. Like, this would be nice, like, when you get to steal stuff, that you could start getting some brass rewards rather than the rewards from all the way back. You know, the same things you get for getting a wooden wheel, you get the same thing from getting steel. I mean, it's nice because some of this stuff is useful. I mean, like the cogwheels and stuff like that are probably always going to be useful, but yeah. So flint and steel will now let us get to the nether. Of course, in order to make a flint and steel, we're still going to need some other stuff, so we could work on making that real quick. Let's go ahead, just throw that in there. And type in flint and steel and do that. Okay, so now in order to get a small steel gear, we're going to need 2 steel rods and a steel plate, which we can do. We go like this for steel plate. Nice that our iron hammer could turn this steel into it, and then we go like this, 2 steel rods. And then we get our steel gear. Okay, perfect, perfect. And then for the steel spring is going to be a steel rod as well, so we could throw our file and a thing of steel up here again, like that. Click on here, go like that. There we go for a steel spring. And then we can come find our flint wherever we might have put it, or possibly just a couple things of gravel, maybe. Not in there, not in there. There it is. Okay, perfect. Then we come over here, click on this, and there we go. Flint and steel. Which we could go like that. Click on this. And then we just need, I'm assuming getting to the nether is going to be the same thing. You know, they would advise you some armor and upgrade weapons before entering the nether. It's quite formidable beast in there these days with tougher mobs. Be prepared. If you haven't yet, I would recommend acquiring some firearms for some increased offense. So should we make ourselves this weapon printer then? That's going to just be that. The Kami Cat processor is just going to be that. So we could do that. Apparently we get that from villager trades as well, possibly. But yeah, so we're going to need some redstone, which we have. I'm going to go ahead again and come over to probably just this one, and for now put in our tools over here, and hopefully we'll remember they're all over here. We'll go ahead and throw that in there. Then we got to find our redstone wherever I might have put some of it. Oh, there's my hammer that I was looking for. Redstone. I know I had, there it is. I was gonna say, I know I had a couple. And there's the lapis. There's the diamonds. I'm gonna assume for the iron nuggets, if I I should have some iron nuggets, right? That's a gunmetal nugget. It could just go back up into here. Yeah, there we go. Iron nuggets. And then one of those. So I go like that. There we go. And then this was just to make the weapons printer, which is going to need some glass panes, which we got with glass and a saw. Do we possibly have some glass panes? I highly doubt it, though. Because glass was annoying. Okay, so we have a single thing of glass here. And if we go like this, so if we press R on this again, the only way to get it was through essentially doing that stuff. The arc furnace, the pressure, the furnace there. Can we get it through any of this other stuff? Chisel. I think it's just going to be essentially just that casting basin. Yeah. So in here, so we got to put liquid glass into a casting basin, which means we need to find our casting basin. There it is. And to get liquid glass, I believe it was just sand, right? If we click on this, and we click R on this, and we click this, and we click that on here. Okay, so if we put quartz sand and flint dust would give us liquid glass. If we just put it in here, it's glass, or yeah, so we need quartz sand and small piles of flint dust to get that much, and then there's that. So quartz sand and flint dust is what it is. Okay, so we know we have some flint dust in one of these, I believe. If I just remembered where it was, we also have quartz sand in there. I know one of these had somewhere we had some flint dust. Somewhere in here we had flint dust. Nope. Nope. There it is. Flint dust. Okay. So again, if we press go ahead, press U on this, right? It was in a mixing one, so we did have to put the mixer thing, and then it was just that and that. Okay. So now if we go out here, we'll come up here to here. Of course, I don't think I have anything. I have a little bit of burnable stuff. Okay. We come over here to this, right? Right now that's got zinc and stuff in it. I don't know if this actually has anything in it. So let's go ahead for now. We'll put this right here because that's set to not take anything out of there. We do need our wrench. And we'll probably... Oh. Yeah. There we go. So we'll come up in here. And find our wrench. There it is. Just because this will be easier to take apart this way as well. Okay, so we go like this, grab that, come through here. And if I shift click on that and just let that empty out, the rest of that would be fine. Then we could put this back right there. Let's go ahead and take that off so that we can put some quartz sand in there. We'll go ahead and put 4 in there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 of that in there. No. Did I have to do this? No, I'm missing something. I'm missing something again. So let's see. If I click on this, right? R. we needed liquid glass. And liquid glass was foundry alloying. So according to this, we had sand and flint put in a foundry, low heated. Okay, so we do right now have it high heated, so we do need to go get the low heat thing. But it just shows us putting both of these into it and getting that. So I might need, it might have to, it might only do it if the low heat thing is on it and not the other thing. So let's go check. I believe it was in here. Yes, it was. So then we'll grab our fuel source. Then we'll come around and up here and over here and down to here. Just click on that. Click on that. Go like this. Throw that in there. Light it. Okay. Now if I go like this and throw 1 quart sand and 1 flint and dust in, it's still not doing it. Okay, I'm missing something. Foundry alloying. I I don't remember how I did this before. Quartz sand. Did I just make? No, because it's got to work that way. Quartz sand, flint dust. Quartz sand, flint dust. Quartz sand, flint dust. I'm going to take that, throw that there. And then put that there. And yeah, nothing happens. Okay. I'm going to have to go look this up again because I feel like I'm missing something and I don't know what it is. So let's take that out of there real quick and I will be back in just a moment. Okay. Yep. 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 Okay, so let's go ahead. And I remember what it is now. I had to look it up. It was making glass dust. So we actually need to go in here. Press U on this. Click on this. If we click on that, and then we press U on this, we go like that to make glass dust. There we go. There we go. I felt like I was doing something wrong. And of course, with that, I think we would actually take one of these instead. We'll put that on there. And then what we'll do is we'll take the glass dust, drop it in there. Huh? We will. Okay, I'm missing something again now. See if we press U on that and go to this foundry melting. It is the big heat, so if I go like this again and we go like this and put that right there, will it let me put glass dust in here now? No, it won't. Why not? Okay, so if I press U and we go again, foundry melting, glass dust while it's heated. Oh, because it's got 1 quartz sand in it still. Never mind. There we go. Now we could throw that in there. We could then take our foundry lid, put that on there, and turn this on. And that will turn all that into glass blocks for us eventually. Wow. Did we... I'll say, did we not get enough? But no, there should be plenty. There's still lots of glass in there. There we go. So it's only 140 something. But if we press R on this real quick, we go over to here. And go to, okay, so it's 18 seconds for it to turn into glass. I mean, we got what we need, so we don't really need that one, but yeah. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead then and run in here. And click on this. We'll click on that, and click on this, and click on that. And we need our saw. So we'll grab our saw. And then it's just saw and glass. And we go, oh, we only needed one. I didn't realize we get two. Two per. Okay. And then we go like this and grab ourselves a weapons printer. Finish off that quest. And then try and figure out how this thing actually works. We'll probably just set it down right here for right now. And then look at the stuff. Okay, so if we wanted to make some of this stuff, it's basically brass, black powder, and lead rounds. Lead rounds, I don't know. It all depends on what weapon we want to make. Let's go look and see what we have in the way of weapons, because I'm sure that that's now unlocked, so we could now click on some of this other stuff. What do we have that looks like it would probably be useful? The M4 uses 5.56 ammo. So if I click on this and we click on that, right? Then we click on this, we would just need some 5.56. What does 5.56 take? Right here. Same thing. So we're going to need brass ingot, black powder, and lead round. Okay, so what does, let's go ahead. Lead are... A lead round is going to be a lead ingot with a hammer and a file. Okay, so that's actually pretty cheap. We have lots of that. We can click on that, come over here, grab our hammer and our file, then come over here and shift click that. And actually it's 4 per, so we need to get some space in our inventory. So let's go ahead and throw some of this stuff in there. Like so, there we go. Then we can click on this and shift click on that and go boom, there we go. That's going to give us not a whole lot, but that's probably decent enough for now. Because I know we don't have a massive ton of brass either, because we used up a bunch of it. We only have, what, 35 brass apparently, so we don't even have enough brass for what we want for that. And then we just need the powder. So black powder there. I know we got some more spread out all over the place. Let's see if we could find any. Don't see any more in here. That's stone dust and graphite dust. It is raining, so let's sleep, because it is also night. So we'll do that, just get rid of that rain sound. And if we click on here, we get some more black powder there. So what do we need for black powder anyways? I'm going to click on that. So basically, I think it's going to be kind of like getting gunpowder. The only real way to get it is through creepers, really. Now, it looks like we can make it with some nitrate, charcoal, and sulfur, but we'd have to find nitrate in sulfur. And we could wash crushed zinc to possibly get some. And of course, if we can get ourselves the hostile neural networks, creeper prediction, and gas prediction will both give us them. But we also get it from creepers and ghasts. And then from dungeon chests and stuff like that. Okay. But now if we come over here and we click on this. And we craft. We get 19 rounds per, so that's actually a lot better than I was thinking. I wish there was a little bit easier way to do more than just one of these at a time, but there we go. So we have that. Okay, so we have a decent amount of that now. We can go up here. Nope. Go to this one and throw that. Throw some of this other stuff in there. Like so, just for the fun of it. The lead can just go back in there. Okay, now M4. Okay, so you have this one here, which requires gun internals. It requires a lot of steel, so we can't do that. So if we click on, oh my goodness, that's one heck of a lot of steel we would need to make. But we also need gun internals, polyurethane ingots, and aluminum ingots. So we can't do that. So we just made a bunch of stuff we can't really do anything with. So I'm assuming we could possibly make a pistol then. So we'll just scroll down. It'd be nice if this had like tabs for ammo, parts, and so on and so forth. Okay, so let's see. The M19 doesn't need anything unless the gun internals need something. So a 1911 A1. That needs polyurethane. That needs polyurethane. The Glock needs. That needs it. Okay, so I think the only thing we're really going to be able to make right now is the M19, which needs treated wood planks, gun internals. Okay. So if we go in here and we go like this, can we just type that in here? 1911. Yes, we can. Okay. Which requires gun internals, which is, oh my goodness. A small gunmetal spring or steel stuff. I think the steel stuff might be better just because we get more out of that. And I don't know if I can turn all of our gunmetal into stuff or not. Okay, well, if we come over here, we are up to 18. Okay, so we click on this. We then, again, in order to make 4 of these, actually, you know what? We could just click on gunmetal, click on that, click on that. Is there a way? I'm going to assume gunmetal dust. Can we get that from our gunmetal? Whatchamacallits? Doesn't look like it. Can we? If we go in here, though, we press U on this. So the only way to turn gunmetal nuggets into gunmetal is with a compressor. Or metal molding, scrapping, part grinding, which all needs stuff that we don't have access to yet. So we definitely do have to make this out of steel, which kind of sucks. So we're going to need come over here and grab some stuff again. So we can just come over here and then we click on this, click on this, go ahead, click on that. There we go. So we need 2 gears. 2 gear. We're going to need 4 gears, 2 plates, and some stuff. So we're going to go ahead, I guess, and throw the file, which we don't have because we broke the file. So we actually need plates and sticks. I do have some sticks on me. That's good. So that we can make ourselves a new file. So we can throw the file up here and this up here. And then again, we're going to hover over this. So it was one of these to make a spring. So we're going to need 4, 8. And then it was 2 to make a gear, right? So that's going to be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then that. So basically got to turn all of these, all 18. So all 18 of these go to rods. Okay, and then we could click on this, click on this, click on this, where we go like this actually, and we need 8 springs, right? And then we can click on this, and then we were to click on this again, yeah, it's just, we're gonna need some steel plates, so we are gonna need some more steel for that, and then we clicked on the wrong thing. We click here, we go like that, where we're gonna need 2 sets of that. And then those are just for that. Okay, so we got that. Let's go ahead. I think we put steel back in one of these, right? Did we? It's a wrought iron. I feel like I put steel somewhere. Did I not? Oh my goodness. I feel like I put it back in somewhere. Because we got 10 or the 18 out of the thing, right? Did I not? Did I not? Okay, maybe I didn't. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, well, we come over here. We only got 3. Oh my goodness, it's gonna take a while. So we go like that, click here, go boom, there we go. 1 plate out of the 1, 2, 4 plates I need. Oh man, we still need so much more. So much more. I'm just gonna quickly double check again and make sure I didn't somehow miss steel ingots somewhere. Don't see any there. Don't see any there. That was wrought iron. That's poor steel. That's gunmetal. That's all of that. That's that. There's nothing in there. There we go. 5 more. Okay, so there's 6 of them there. So we go over here. Click R on this and go like that. That'll give us that. We could then click on this, and go like that, which gives us the 4 of these we need. And then we just need 2 more plates to get 2 more plates to get that. Okay, fine. Okay, but then we could actually probably go ahead, open this one up, put the 556 in there because we don't need it anymore. Let's go ahead and also run while this is making this. Run up here and over here and fall off because, yep, that's how I roll. Yep. Is there any way out of here again? I don't remember. There we go. Definitely need to get this all moved around so that it's in better places. Okay, we'll just jump down here then, where I can take this, put it here, and I can take this and just put it there, and they'll be out of the way. Yeah, perfect. Of course, actually, I was gonna say they are in the way now, but no, they're not. Okay. So this is almost done with this one. Almost. Come on. Woo, yay, there we go. That's 1 more plate. Okay, so we go boom, boom for a plate. We now just need 1 more steel plate. And we'll be good. I feel like I still should have had more steel somewhere, but, I honestly don't know anymore. Actually, wait. There we go. I was gonna say I felt like I had some from before that I didn't actually end up using. But yeah, there we go. We have it. There's our steel plate. We now just need to go like this and make that. And then in order to make this, we do still need 8 more steel for that. But we do also need the treated planks. So we should be able to click on this, click on this, click on that and that. And we'll go like that. So now all we need for this is the 10 steel, which we only have 2 of. But once we get that, we'll have that. We also need to get obsidian to make the portal. So let's go ahead, come out here, grab this, because I know we're not making nearly enough lava from those. So yeah. Okay, so with that, we do have our diamond pickaxe. We do have that. So let's go ahead, throw some of this stuff. We'll just throw it into this. Actually, no. I wanted to keep all of our tool stuff over here somewhere so that I'm not throwing them around all over the place. Okay. And then we will open up this top one here. We put the stuff for the gun in. We'll come over here to this one where we'll throw these plates in. We'll go ahead and throw this lignin. Actually, no. Yeah. We still have 56. Throw those logs in. We don't need them right now. We could go like this. Throw our boat in. We don't need that. We could throw those gears in to match with the other gears. We could throw that in there. And we're good to go, I think. Just now need to eat some food or drink some juice in our case, and then I will show you our new fancy path way down into our mine area. Of course, we're gonna go ahead and throw that there and this here, and it is not this one here. Okay, never mind, it's right here, this here. But go down this to the lignite coal, right? And then from the lignite coal we go like this. I'm gonna put, didn't realize that was redstone on me there. Okay, there we go. We'll put that there. And then we come this way. Put that there. Because there's water underneath all that. We come down this way. And right here, we do have some more of this stuff, which I believe, like that's copper. I believe these other couple things were iron, if I remember correctly. I don't remember correctly, though, possibly. But yeah, we found this. There's a nice big huge cave here. There's water here. There's water over here. So I had to do some weird shifting to get down here. But with this as well, if we go here, that's our path to our amethyst. And then, of course, that was the path back up to the other iron, which we kind of messed up. But yeah, we can come down here like this now. I don't think there's an easy way down to any lava yet, or any of the big lava pools yet, but we go down here, and this is where we were at here. This is where I ended up stopping. Looks like not quite what I was hoping for right there. I was hoping that this cave was on the other side of that. But if we go down like this, hopefully, nope. Okay, so that still goes down. I wish there were like throwable torches or something, and I could just like toss them down to there. But it does look like that kind of leads down towards some lava down there that we could possibly work towards getting. Got a skeleton right here. I do think this does more damage, right? So doesn't actually say what its damage is, does it? We'll go like that. Ouch. Yep. Okay. Let's go ahead though and put a torch right here. Even though we're probably gonna break that torch, maybe. Here, actually, no. We'll just go like this. Okay. Yeah, we are really low as well right now, and because we're low. So once you get down to a certain level of lowness, you start losing your air, just like you do when you're next to lava. You also, once you get to a certain height, start losing air, just like that. Like you see, I get down here and boom, the bubbles show up. Okay, there we go. We can just go like this. this. Then we go like this and this. Get his attention. Hopefully he'll come all the way over. He did not. That's fine. We could just come down here now. And go like that and put some torches down. And oh, that guy throws potions. And we are getting close to out of breath. So let's get up here. Where we get it back. Anyways, I will go get some obsidian so that we can make another portal and everything. And we will be back with all of that. Okay. Well, I'm finally back up here at the surface, right? No, I'm joking. So you can see down there I died. That's actually like my fifth death, I think. If we go in here, death, we'll go ahead and remove that one as well. I kept going down. It's like I couldn't even get one obsidian by the time I was dying from the breath and all the other stuff that was down there, and also being able to get back up because it was actually like much further down than I was thinking it was going to be. Like much further down. So instead, I went to one of the, I went ahead way over there where the coal is at, ran down this way, came over here. Oh, apparently didn't notice that one. But I went ahead, came over here because I knew there was a lava lake there. Didn't notice that one. Because I knew there was that one. I mean, that one's just a single thing, so I didn't even bother with it. But yeah, I didn't notice that lava lake. I mean, I know that's a single thing. That was a single thing. And that's a single thing. Those are just pointless to go to. So I was like, yeah, I'll just do that. I'll head down there because I knew there's one there. But with that, we were able to get our 10 obsidian that we can go here and place that there. And I'm assuming it'll let me place this one there. Yep, boom, boom, boom. Then we'll put that there. Back up, put that there. And go like that. There we go. And now we should be able to light the portal. There we go. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, the skeletons, the witches, all of that stuff that was down there, it was brutal. It was brutal. But we can now go here. We have the steel we need. I can come in here then. Grab that. And then we can click here and type in 19. Click here. Click craft. And with that, we now have a 1911 that uses creative ammo or 45 ACP. So we need to make some 45 ACP, which is this, which means we actually need more black powder. Which, yeah, kind of sucks. I didn't think about that till just now. But with that, we should be able to... Of course, I don't know where I put all the other lead balls and all that stuff, right? There's got to be somewhere. Did I put them in here? No, and we don't see any more. I'm gonna have to search and figure out where I put stuff. Wait, there we go. Some more black powder. Nice. Did I put them in here? Nope. Did I put them in here? Nope. 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 Gosh, where did I put them? Not in my bag, right? No, definitely not in the bag. Not in there, not in there, or there. There they are. I'll grab that and that out. Click on this. And make some of those. That way there we have some. Yeah, perfect. We didn't have a lot, but we have some. There we go. We can throw that and that in there. And then I'm assuming if we have this, R to reload. Okay, perfect. It has 7 shots in it. Okay, okay. Now, I was gonna say, do I want to try to go back down, or do we just want to? You know what? You know what? For starters, let's go ahead and open up this bottom one. We'll go ahead and throw everything that's currently in our inventory in here with the exception. Go ahead and throw this up there. We will then go ahead and you know what? We're just going to take the backpack off and the engineer's goggles off for right now. We'll take our backpack, just hang it on the wall, and put our engineer goggles in there. We will then open up this, take out a couple stacks of cobblestone. Actually, you know what? Let's just take out a couple more. And we'll take out our torches. And we'll head into the Nether with basically... Actually, let's go ahead, take off all of our armor as well, just because we want to make sure that if it's a bad Nether, that we don't lose anything right now except for maybe torches and cobblestone, because that's not too bad of a loss. So if we now come in here, I can come in here, and that actually loaded relatively quick, and we spawned in a very, very, very dark place, which kind of sucks, but overall fine. There are Endermen here, which is kind of nice because that would mean we can get Ender pearls probably pretty easily. But we're just going to go like this. There's also a lot of obsidian here, which is nice. And place down... Ooh. Wither... Okay, well, we're not going to be able to... Of course, it sucks that he's on that side. Okay, I'm assuming they could possibly hit me from there. Okay, well, I'm going to have to deal with these guys. Once I get dealt with these guys, we will... In a slightly safer portal, we will come back. Okay. Oh, no, there's still a wither skeleton. There's still a wither skeleton here. I was thinking I was safe. Woo! There we go. Okay, so I got it lit up. It is a bit safer. I think we should be good now to go ahead teleport back real quick. And it's apparently a blue moon right now, which is okay, I guess. And we are still going to go ahead and sleep. Ooh, okay. But now we can go ahead, grab that. And we can go ahead, grab our armor, grab our pickaxe, grab our ammo, some food, and that. And we'll grab our flint and steel just in case something happens. And we need it for stuff. Okay, there we go. Okay, if we hit B, let's go ahead, take all this stuff here out and put it in here because we don't really need it right now. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So now we can grab this. Let's just look around, make sure there's no creepers around that we could just get some stuff. I'm pretty sure there's some underneath there, but yeah, let's go. This Nether portal actually loads relatively quick. Okay, we're in here. Is there that wither skeleton? It's over here. I missed. Oh, see, it's got 16 health, right? If I shoot it, it goes down. So that doesn't do a lot of damage at all. There we go. We could do that. I don't know how wither skeletons going up into red mist, but you know. Yeah, okay. Well, that's it for that. We didn't bring any extra torches or anything, but what do we got here exactly? So this is saltpeter surface rock. But if we do come over here, right? We come over here. There's some sulfur rock right there that I saw, but then over here is just our standard quartz or nether quartz, blackstone nether quartz. So we could just go ahead mine some of this up real quick. I don't know if we need it right now, but we'll go ahead and mine some of it up real quick just because. What else do we got here? There's quartz, just all quartz, and I just look like I saw something else. Yeah. Yeah, so it just looks like I saw something else. Okay. But we could get some of this. There we go. And we just take this back. Uh-oh, I hear a ghast. But yep, there we go. We can just grab that, take this back for now, and then we'll press U on this and just see. Okay, so yep, if we cook it, it becomes quartz. If we crush it, we get the other different stuff. Probably nuggets of experience, possibly. But we could just bulk blast it like so. So let's just go ahead, run it over here. Ouch. Throw it in there. Get into this. Press B. Be like, what else did we get? So that's just rock quartzite, which makes quartzite. Okay, so there was a different thing there. There's the quartz and then the quartzite. Okay. Or nether quartzite and just quartzite, I'm guessing, maybe? Something like that. There we go. We now have some nether quartz. And yeah, let's see what else we even have that we need. We'll click on here. Click on this. And go ahead and click on here, which gives us the visit to the nether. Boom, apple juice, which then, that's where we would need sulfur dust to make rubber. To be able to make all this other stuff to get, I'm assuming that's a tin cable. Okay. And the tin cable, we would need to have the LV energy converter, which actually, low voltage machine hall, what do we need for that exactly? We need 10 cables. So wait, why is... That's weird that we go from this to down there. All of that stuff, because according to this, we need a low voltage energy converter to make a tin cable, but we need 10 cables to make this machine hall, which is just rubber sheet and tin wires. Okay, so I mean, that's actually easy. But we need to get to rubber sheet. Rubber sheet we make via a casting table with liquid rubber, which is melting. I'm assuming it's going to be the foundry alloying, which is going to be rubber pulp and sulfur dust. But I still don't know how to get two different dusts in here. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I'm going to have to look that up. So that's going to be a while, but we could probably go look on getting our sulfur dust, and then of course the raw rubber pulp, we get that from vacuum sealing, or vacuuming this, or that. Okay, so that's actually pretty easy. So we can get the rubber pretty easy. The sulfur is going to be the stuff that's a bit harder to get. Let's go ahead and come back over here to this. Throw that in there. We'll open this up. Throw the quartz in there. We also got some netherrack dust, which is cool. We got a wither bone, which just makes a heart canister from a relic apple and whatever else that is. So I don't know what that could be used for. But we did get an apple juice that we will go ahead and drink just because that'll fill everything up. And then we just essentially need more torches, which kind of sucks because, yeah, there we go. So we'll grab that. We'll grab this. We can grab this like that. Go like that. Go like that. Go like that. There we go. There's a bunch more torches. Got more sticks. I'll throw those in there. And let's go see if we can find that sulfur that's down in here. Okay. Oh. Didn't realize that the blue guy spawned that close. That kind of sucks. But if we come over here and we go like this and like that and just light up the area a bit more. Like so, I think we are far enough away from him that as long as he doesn't wander over here, we'll be fine. We go like that. That gives us some tiny pieces of sulfur. Yeah. I am going to go ahead and reload this in case he... Well, actually, if I go like that, and then we come up here, can I... First, there is the wither skeleton right there. I could just do that, and this is very loud. But can I... Oh, nope, that hit the Enderman. Apparently you can shoot the Enderman with a gun. Oh, gotta reload. I'm gonna have to turn this shader reload thing off of R. Otherwise, it's going to try to reload shaders every time. So let's do this. We'll go in here and click on Options, Controls, Keybinds, Key R. Okay, so range, recipe. Scroll down, shaders, or reload shaders. We're going to change that to star just because. Yeah. There we go. So now if I press R, it's not going to reload all the shaders as well. Okay, perfect. Wait, did he? Huh? I don't know. Okay. Let's just go ahead and start heading down, I think. Let's go ahead, put torches. I don't know where some of those went. I said I had 10, but there we go. Actually, if I went like this and we typed in sulfur, right? Sulfur. And we got sulfur dust. We could get sulfur dust that way, and we get it that way. But there's a sulfur ore, which is going to be between 10 and 30 in the nether. And we are at 64, so that's going to be quite a while to get down there. So let's, I guess, start heading down there, and we will come back once I find it. Oh my goodness, the nether. Do you just automatically start? No. So I'm going to have to find that, figure out that then. Ooh, let's just head back. And we're going to have to figure out something with that, because we need some sort of helmet or something that has either respiration or some sort of thing that lets you breathe. Let's see. Helm. What do we have? There's a copper diving helmet, which comes with Aqua Affinity. And that is just simply a thing of glass and copper. So let's go ahead. And we should have at least one more glass. You know what? We easily have one more glass up here. We'll just go grab it from up here. Right? Just come over here, go like this. And click there to get that glass out. And then grab 5 copper. And then click that and click this. And there we go. So I am curious if I take this off and put this on, right? Which kind of does suck. What else do we even have? So the netherite diving helmet, the shadow raid or whatever. Yep. I'm assuming it's basically just all of that kind of stuff. Infinity, Quark Tech, Nano, a jet suit helmet. I'm assuming that's all that there really is. I don't think there's gonna be a hmm. Hmm. Let's go like this actually and type in add. Right, add Astra. Right? Yeah. So, is there a simple so like if I hold shift on this, right? So this actually can get oxygen in it. So supply the wearer with oxygen and protect from extreme cold of space. So a spacesuit though. If I click on that, nothing shows up. So I don't know how we would even get those. Okay. There is this spacesuit down here as well. Okay, so we click on that. That is going to be steel plates, gas tanks, oxygen gear, and stuff like that. So I'm assuming that's what I'm going to actually need is something like that in order to do that. Well, oxygen gear is actually just steel plates and steel rods. That's actually simple to make. And then the gas tank is iron plates and iron rods, right? Okay. So then we would have to figure out how to get the oxygen tanks filled with oxygen, right? And if we could figure that out, unless the oxygen gear fills it up with oxygen while there's oxygen in the area, maybe, I don't know. So let's go ahead then. That's hydrogen, fuel, cryo fuel, fuel loader. Now let's type in oxygen. Oxygen. Okay, so we have oxygen, plasma, which we wouldn't want. Liquid oxygen, oxygen gas. Because I'm assuming that's what we would need for this. But is there like, okay, so there's an oxygen loader, which is some copper or some gas tanks, steel, some fan, and a lightning rod. The fan is steel. So if we just get steel, a lot of steel, right? So I think that's going to be the biggest thing. It's just getting the steel. We go here, take that out, click on. Okay, so that actually doesn't have anything in it anymore. So go ahead, grab this coal from here, load it into here so that it starts making whatever. So we have what 14. We have 19 steel. We do need a lot more. What was this? This was just ashes, so nobody cares about ashes. They can go in there. So we need to just get a lot of steel, which means we're going to need to go get a lot more coal, probably. Get that calcite dust. We'll throw it over here. Sure. Wait, what was all this? Oh, yeah, it's the Fuller's Earth. And we have that. Then there's this stuff here. Lapis, Solidite, or Amethyst, or Apatite. And yeah, like that's iron. And yeah, okay. Okay, so we have some of that. Okay, the blast furnace has a lot of stuff in it. That's got that in it. So, I mean, we could always just come over here and see how well this works, right? Just run over here, get shot by that skeleton that apparently has withering arrows. And if we stand here, you could see it does still go down at a pretty fast rate. Let's sleep. Okay, there we go. Well, drink our juice. And yeah, I do want to go like this though. Blackstone, I'm assuming there's some cool stuff like checker blocks we could make. We can make some smithing templates, use it to make a furnace, we could use it to do that. Okay. And then we could just use it to make all these other fancy things. Okay. And it's basically just stone, but black. Okay, perfect. That's what I thought. I didn't think it was going to have any type of special properties to it, but it would have been cool if it did. Anyways, I definitely think we need to work. We're going to need to work on doing everything we need to do for the oxygen loader and all of that. And we also are going to have to figure out some other stuff. And then, of course, this. I'm going to have to reattach this, I think. Or I could just right now. This will be easy because we technically have a thing up there attached. We could just go ahead, find our copper pipe if we can stop just looking around all over the place. That was probably very dizzying for a second there. There's a bunch right there. We could do that, and we could then come into this one here. No, where did I put... Well, there's no more copper in there. We should have like a massive amount of copper pipe. There's 5 more. We should also have, yeah, this wrench. That's what I was looking for. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I should now be able to just come over here like this. We'll go ahead and break that, and that again. I do actually want to come back around here, grab out some stone, just so we could fix that staircase. Go like that, and then we go just out like this, and up like this, and over to there, where we could then just turn that around. Take that off, and then just... Nope. Go like that. And if we get back up there, take that off, there we go. And then we can just go like that and be good with that. And then I'll just go ahead, since we're not using our water wheel anymore, cover all that up so we don't have to worry about it anymore. Let's just go ahead, cover that up. There we go. And I was thinking of kind of covering some of this stuff up, but I think we'll worry about that later. But yeah, see, this diving helmet doesn't seem to be doing anything more than what that was doing, right? I mean, because it says it's got Aqua Affinity 0 plus I. Okay, together with a back tank allows the wheel. So we would need a back tank. When worn, provides water breathing. Slowly drains air pressure from the back tank. Okay, so we need a back tank. Okay, so let's actually go like this then. Tank. Actually, I should type in back. Back. I'm assuming there's not as much stuff in here for back. Netherite copper back tank. So it needs a copper block. And some andesite alloy and a shaft. So the copper block was probably going to be 9 copper inside of our thing up here. So we'll go up here, we'll go like this. Over to here. Let's go ahead. Take that out. It's going to take a while for all that, so let's not worry about that. Let's go ahead, break it down. And then we can go like this. We will need to break down the other thing above it. Okay, so we can put the foundry. Why won't it let me put the foundry back down? Is it because that's there? There we go. Okay. So we'll go like that. Then we can step up here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just throw all 9 in there. Put the foundry lid back on. We don't have any fuel on us. Of course we don't. Why would I have thought, hey, let's grab some fuel? That would have made perfect sense, right? I don't really see half of our stuff. There's our lignite. Perfect. That'll work. So we could come, I was going to say just come around that way. No, we still technically have to go up here. Through here, through here. There we go. Okay. So we'll just go ahead and do that. And that, and let that fill up with the copper to make a copper block. And then after that, we will have everything we need to make our thing. Yeah. And then, of course, like I said, oh yeah, I still need to definitely get all of this wound up better and put over there and all that stuff. That's going to take a very long time for me to do, so I'm not too worried about getting it done right away. Okay, let's go look at this copper. How far are we done? Okay, it's just just cooling off now. So once our copper block cools off, we can go get ourselves a back tank, which I'm assuming is going to end up going in the place of our back. I don't know if it'll be able to go into the curio slot or not, but we will find out. 3 copper, a copper block, 2 andesite alloy. So 2 andesite alloy and 1 shaft, and then 1, 2, 3 copper or whatever's. And then we click on that, go like that. Okay, then we click on that. And then wearable for carrying pressurized air. When worn, provides air to equipment that require it. When placed by kinetics, keeps collects pressurized air at a rate depending on the rotational. So if I go like that, I'm assuming. I'm not sure. We'll have to find that out. Okay, we'll find out. Okay, so if I take this up here. So I saw the gears are spinning up and down, so we would need something where the gears are spinning up, and a place where the gears are spinning up and down. So if I was to bring it over here, let's just go around this way. If I put it right there, I can't tell if it's actually working or not. I can't tell if it's doing anything. As you can see, those gears don't actually spin. So I'm assuming there might be something else. When powered by kinetics. So let's go in here. Okay, so let's see. Is there like a smaller gear thing, though? I don't really see any smaller gear thing. There's that, the low-grade fuel, centrifuge, iron, mechanical pump. Crank wheel, hand crank. There's these different valves. Maybe it just, like the top part could also just connect onto a thing. So like if I was to bring this over here and break this crafting table, just so that we could place it somewhere else. So can I put this there? There we go. There we go. So that'll work like that. And we can just put that there, and we can look at that, and you can see that that will power up. I don't think that's going... That should be one of the faster gears. I think. I don't think... It's hard to tell which one's faster. But that looks like we could get up to 15 minutes of air from that once that reaches its maximum. But it takes a while to get there. So we're good with that. But yeah, I'm curious then... So this is one of those things where it's weird. So like right now, all those are turned on, right? And we have an extra lava bucket, and we have an extra lava there. But we didn't have that like half the time before. I don't know. But either way, we now have this copper backpack. We could probably go into the Nether and work on all that stuff now. But yeah, that I think will end up being for next time, probably. For now, thank you all for watching. Please enjoy your day, night, doing whatever you're doing, wherever you're at. As always, force your friends to watch. We will come back next time where we will go get some sulfur. And all of that kind of stuff. Actually, you know what? I want to, before I take a picture, we're going to go ahead... take this empty sand nest, and we're just gonna go ahead and put it right here. And wait, was there? Okay, no, I did. I was like, did I leave the other one down underneath there? Yeah, I didn't. Okay, but anyways, there we go. We go like this, and say, yeah, peace out. We will see you guys later, where we will do some more stuff. Now that we got the capability of making steel and all of that, we'll probably do some more stuff and maybe expand on all of that. Or maybe I'll expand on all of that. Until then, see you later.